I'm going into my fifth season here at Owens, and it's been it's been a great experience, great journey. This time it was about this time, maybe late April, late May or June, about 5 years ago. Coach Clark gave me a call, had a spot open up on staff, and I knew immediately I had to take this position. He had already been here 1 year. He had turned it around really quickly. Having worked with him at Bowling Green, there's certain guys you meet really in any career, any business, but being around Coach Clark for a year, coming from a basketball family myself, basketball background, playing in good programs, you know what guys are going to be successful and what's it take. And Coach Clark, just his knowledge of the game, just being around him for that year at Bowling Green, behind the scenes doing video work and just staying up late hours, just getting things done. I knew that Dave was going to be successful, and I just knew it was the opportunity, coaching-wise, of a lifetime. And since I've been here, hasn't disappointed at all. I've learned so much from him. I think he's one of the best junior college coaches in the country, no doubt about it. Everything he does, the way he runs his program, the X's and O's, the way he gives his assistants, Coach Springs and I, freedom, it's just top notch. And there's no question. I mean, the turnaround he's had here from, obviously we have a history here at Owens, but it also hit, they struggled a bit. And when he took over, we've taken off since. We've compete for conference championships, national championships year in, year out. We've sent 7 guys Division One in the last 4 years, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the top in junior college Division II men's basketball. And you're talking about in the top 85, 90% percentile of the entire country. Just the one thing that makes it special is like just the expectations. And from the top with Coach Clark all the way to the bottom, we all know our responsibilities, what's expected. Coach Springs, I've gotten to know him so well. Not only is he just he's one of the best workout guys there could be. I mean, that's a guy that played at a higher level in Europe. We're fortunate enough that he just happens to be in Toledo, because you can't find a better guy regardless of where he's from. The relationship he has with our guys, the relationship I have with him, Coach Clark has with him. Not only is he just a great colleague, but he's one of my best friends. And same goes with Coach Clark. I think our staff, we really trust each other. We can bounce things off each other. I know when I'm going to watch a kid, I'll know right away if that's the kind of kid Coach Clark would want, if he fits our offense, if he fits the mold of what we do just all around, on and off the court. So I think, the three of us, we have a kind of relationship where, it's almost like a trust. Spring's been here 4 years now. I'm 5, Dave's 6. That's kind of a long time for a staff, especially at our level. And I think it really benefits us. With running a program, I mean, the three things we emphasize, and we have it on some of our gear and all over the offices and the locker room, it's academics, toughness, and buying in. Academically, we've done a heck of a job. Like I said, moving 7 guys Division I in 4 years. We've had over 20 guys in general have the opportunity to play at a 4-year school. And one of the biggest things I take pride in, and I know Coach Clark and Coach Springs do as well, is, we get these guys, a lot of our guys have no structure, no support, tough backgrounds, and the fact that we can get them in a position to go somewhere. You see kids like that make it, that's the most rewarding thing to me. Everyone wants to win championships, and I do too, and we got close my first year to win the national title. Like I said, we compete every year at some level for a championship. But it's honestly the most rewarding thing to see these kids with little or no hope, some of them, some of them graduate from here. Some guys we've already have. they have their 4 years degree already. Guys that we had my first year, and it's really special to see guys like that move on and make it. Obviously, my first year, James Kelly, he's gone on to do great things. But basketball-wise, off the court-wise, James has grown. Just even talking to him recently, he's grown as a man, and he's done that throughout all these first years. When I first met him, and there's still a lot of him in it, but he never talk about not having structure. James, it took a lot, and the thing I knew right away, James. I saw James. I was fortunate. I saw James in high school in an AU tournament the spring after his senior year, and he was still pretty much unknown. And I had just gotten my first job at a small school in Indiana, and Coach Clark had just gotten the Owens job. And I was sitting there with him, and there's just this kid, James, that Dave had just signed, and he's winning dunk contest at this AU tournament in Fort Wayne, and he's dunking on everybody. And I was like, wow, this kid, he's got the talent. He could be really special. And that following summer, I saw how hard he worked. Guys don't realize what it takes. I mean, James was at school taking classes, but he was on the gun a couple hours a day, working out nonstop. James is special. There's no doubt about it. But really, those first three guys that moved on that year, James, Justin Edmonds, Joe Reddick, they really got it rolling for us. It's really important, especially at our level, to prove that you can move these guys on, because it sets you up for the future, and that's why we've had a lot of success. Talking to other Division I coaches, and just they know now that we have a track record of being able to get guys eligible, being able to get them to move on, and then also having success at their level. So those first three guys, they'll always be very important to me. They'll stick out. Another freshman in that class, I was really close with, Tony Boykins. There's a kid, like I was talking about before, kind of had a tough upbringing, didn't have much, and started every single game for us in his career at Owens, and was never a superstar. Very good player. He went on to Gannon, and I don't think he started every game at Gannon, but in his 2 years, I'm pretty sure he played in every game that he was healthy, and he started a majority of them. Just a glue to the team type kid. Always brought it, got it done in the classroom, and and he did it independently. I'm very proud of Tony. Tony will always stick out in my head. Then I'd probably have to go that next year, really my first full recruiting class that I was a part of, and that I had a hand in all four. And they won a lot of games for us over 2 years, would be Shaquille Lindsay, John Murray, Kenny Jones, and Edmund Early Jr. Those four. We lost some back-to-back buzzer beaters, which was extremely tough. Those guys deserved to have a shot at nationals both those years, I think, but we just came up short. But those four were special to me just because, like I said, that was like my first class, really. I helped orchestrate, put together, and they won a lot of games for us, and they did a lot of good things here. And Bick, I don't want to leave it. It's hard to name guys, but Bick Gill, we got lucky with him. Another great player for us. Came in right after James. There wasn't a big drop off. It's just, and guys we have now, seeing X, being able to see another qualifier have a good year like last year, even though we were a little down. Have multiple Division I offers. It's just, it's been a great time here. It's been great it's like I said, at the beginning, it's the most rewarding thing to me is seeing these kids that, don't have much, don't come from much. I can relate to some of that. Not that I'm as unfortunate as some of these guys, but I always struggled in school. I went to a 2-year school. Just basketball in general does great things provides great opportunities, and I'm glad we're able to, give some of these guys opportunities, and it's very rewarding when they make it.